There are three biggest changes in Canadian immigration. I think these changes are breaking changes, never happened in the history of immigration of Canada. These changes are so significant that not Mark Miller, which is the migration minister, sitting and telling these three biggest changes, PM Justin himself was present. It looks PM Justin was so serious. Normally, immigration minister announce changes in immigration, and prime minister don't attend that session much. It's normal routine. But PM Justin participated in this significant session and almost looking Canada immigration diving into the sea like Australia, even more worse than Australia. I am not able to think it will continue, but I think they are planning for 2025, 2026, and they are giving numbers, so technically they are serious. I don't think Canadian PM Justin, when he will re-elect, will rechange these numbers because that's the matter of repute. He is already repeating repentance that when he allowed a lot of migrants to enter into Canada, now he is thinking that he did wrong things. And he is thinking that opposition leader, Canadian citizens, are speaking at me. They are not shaking hand me when I go to see laborers, and I'm not cutting taxes. I am not able to handle housing crisis, and the situation in Canada for Canadian citizens becoming difficult day by day. He is also observing Canadian business people are leaving Canada because they think that business now becoming difficult due to the huge taxes, and Canadian citizens definitely are not entertaining business as well due to inflation rate rise, tax rate rise, jobless situation, and housing crisis. And Canadian PM Justin now putting all debris on immigrants, and he think these are immigrant. Just days back, similar Prime Minister Justin was appreciating migration. I think he is doing for elections. I was personally thinking he is doing for elections, but now I am also thinking that maybe some genuine reasons are also there along with elections. Otherwise, the person like PM Justin, who is a man of honor, a man of honesty, a man of decision taker, he was very kind, and he was very kind with the migrants in the past. I think there are some problems really happened in Canada. Now, three biggest changes. Sorry, I need to go to that topic. Three biggest changes which Canada is implementing on migrant in history. I think Canada immigration will significantly reduce. I already watching some clips of consultants. They are talking about other countries, and they are not talking much about Canada. And they are talking about France study, Germany study. These are also good because they are observing that Canada is going to decrease or end the migration. End of the migration, I think this is a word, just keyword. Migration will never end, but numbers are being decreased. Three biggest changes. One biggest change is first time they decreased the permanent residence numbers. It never happened that they decrease the PR numbers. Technically, populations are increasing in each year. They are either they fix the number of the PR, or most probable they always increase the number of the PR, because technically when populations are growing, more overseas people are going to Canada. They definitely the PR numbers to accommodate the huge numbers of the people, to give them maximum opportunities, they normally increase the number of the PR. So this is a one worst news for the migrants. It reduced from 500,000 to 395,000, and most worse is that it will quite decreasing. It will keep decreasing in the next years as well, mean 2026, 2027. And now I don't think after election new government will change these numbers, or they can change numbers or not. But PM Justin, at least when he will re-elect, because he is thinking to re-elect again, that's why he is a apologizing Canadian citizens. He is a little bit loyal with Canada now just before elections, and before when he was PM Justin, he was little a bit king, and he was thinking that I am the decider and opposition leader can't say me things. But now opposition leader telling that you ate over taxes, you ate over money of Canadian citizens, and you give money to Canadian citizens now because it was you decided to bring them in. And now I go back to the next thing. The next thing is that, which is even more worst than ever. And I think these changes definitely will not you see in any immigration system of the world, that temporary residents numbers are not decreased. No, there is no news to decrease. They actually give the fixed number of temporary residents. Temporary resident mean tourist visa, student visa, work permit visa. No country keep record of such immigrants because they knew that they will come and they will go back. But what is happening? Canada is keeping record numbers that we will allow only these numbers to enter into Canada. Where will go financial industry of the students? This is my question. Where will go the tourist industry? Where will go those companies who can't work without overseas skilled workers? It never mean immigration system is absurd, absolutely false. No doubt there are some non-genuine consultants, fake people, agents submitting fake documents, and they send fake students. Indian students were caught, Asian students were caught, fake workers go without their diplomas, fake, they have no skills but they enter into Canada, Australia and other countries as well. But never mean all are non-genuine, all are fake. There are some genuine people, and they really raise the economy. Australia is not understanding, Canada is not understanding, UK is not understanding. They did not know they are developed just because of these skilled workers. Just compare doctors in hospitals of US and Canada. They are mostly Asian. I know there are Canadian citizens who don't want to become doctors. They are very depressed people technically. They can't see blood, they can't operate, they don't want their kids become doctors. So all overseas skilled workers, overseas students, they become doctors, or as a doctor they migrate to the Canada and Australia. And they are working and they are doing very good job. And Asian doctors are proud of all countries. Similarly, in top companies, the overseas workers are working as officers, and they are working as engineers, they are working IT technicians. Third one, which is I think more bad news for those people who are coming from overseas to get the PR. They are telling this PR number is not for overseas. 40% we will give only to the people who are currently present in Canada, because they are living in Canada. We will give them opportunity, and only 50 to 60% who are coming from overseas. Mean 395,000 still reduced to 200,000 for overseas upcoming people, including students, tourist visa, skilled worker visa, which is a huge blow to Canadian immigration system. So after Australian immigration system looking shaking in 2025, until now, nobody knows what happens next day, next hour, things changing on hourly basis. But until now, Canada immigration system is shaking.